Here's a rotten lyric for you. Mother Love by Queen. Now, this was put out in 1995 on the Made in Heaven album. An album that came out after Freddie Mercury had died. And it was made of old B-sides that were remixed, old demos, songs he never got round to finishing, songs that he put out by himself that didn't get anywhere. And the boys, the rest of the Queen lads, they've got hold of these and they've made an album. Now, it begins the album with "It's a Beautiful Day." And you're like, not for him it isn't. He's 6 feet underground. And it goes on like this. Songs like "Let Me Live." It's like he's let him rest in peace. Now, again, like when Freddie Mercury died, I think it was about a year, 2 years afterwards, they put out a song that got to #1 in the UK. "Living on My Own." Now, again, he was dead as a doornail at this point. And you got a video of him prancing around and dancing with all the boys. And it's all gender bending and very weird and distasteful, pretty disgusting stuff. Pretty alarming, pretty disturbing when you consider how he went out and what he got up to and how many people did he infect with the AIDS. There'll have been a few of them. Now, let's get on to this Mother Love. Alright, so this is the last song that he recorded. And it tells you everything. Now, I've heard that it was Brian May originally that come up with this. Who knows? You can't tell with these guys. They gaslight you. They gaslight their fans. Their songs are full of spells and witchcraft and subliminal stuff, and half of it's backwards and it's designed to mess with you. It's made to be that way. So who knows who the real creep is in amongst all of them? It'll be all of them. And again, it's in bad taste. You'd have thought that I'd have said, we can't do this. We can't put this out. But ka-ching, they wanted to make a bit of money and I'd pissed to the shit. So they've come up with this. Now let me go through this one and then we'll talk a little bit more about the album itself, Made in Heaven. This is a guy who told you that he was going to hell because he didn't believe in Jesus. Dearie me, okay. I don't want to sleep with you. He's shagged out. Now, they put out a song called The Hitman on the 1991 Innuendo album, all about, basically about how he'll give you the AIDS, Freddie Mercury. And he was going to kill everybody with his cock. But he doesn't want to sleep with you. I don't need the passion to. I don't want a stormy affair to make me feel my life is heading somewhere. Because he knew the game was up. He couldn't do the things that he used to do at this point. Now, if Brian May has written this and he's given it to him to sing, that's even more alarming. I'd love to have a conversation with Brian May and say, what were you thinking? But what do you mean? We're giving him songs like The Show Must Go On to sing when he's about to die. It's very disturbing, like I said. Now, all I want is the comfort and care just to know that my woman gives me sweet mother love. Now, not a heterosexual, not really into the ladies, into men. All the best for that. I mean, I'm not judging. I'm not here to judge. But it is what it is. They'll say he was bisexual. And it's like, no, he was riding the cock carousel. It's alarming, this. I've walked too long in this lonely lane, had enough of the same old game. I'm a man of the world and they say that I'm strong, but my heart is heavy and my hope is gone. Out in the city, in the cold world outside, I don't want pity, just a safe place to hide. Mama, please, let me back inside. Now, oh my gosh, we're going to have to dissect this. He's walked too long in down this lonely lane. Now, yes, because he was promiscuous. He couldn't be faithful. He couldn't be trusted. He didn't have any friends. He admitted this. Now, there's a very telling interview with him in 1987, I believe it was. And in it, he basically tells you he's got the AIDS. Because David Wigg, who was interviewing him, said, you know, how'd you feel in this whole AIDS thing going on? And he says that he learnt the very hard way. And it's like, you couldn't be more open about that you've got the AIDS. Dear gosh, but again, he might as well be Saint Freddie Mercury now, because you can't say anything bad about him. I'm putting my head on the chopping block doing this, and saying this is disgusting. This. He's had enough of the same old game. He might as well have been on the game again. A musical prostitute. He's a man of the world, and to say that he's strong, they weren't saying that. The newspapers were coming out saying, is this man dying? Has he been infected? Look at him. Is he on his way out? His heart is heavy and his hope is gone, I bet. Out in the city, in the cold world outside, because he became a recluse. He didn't want to go out. He didn't want to be seen. Until it was time for the cameras to roll, and he probably had no choice in that. People say, oh, he was so brave in that last music video, These Are the Days of Our Lives. It's like, you probably didn't give him a fucking chance or a choice in the matter. You probably said, get up. We're going in to film a music video. And he had no way of saying no. He had to do it because he signed the deal. The deal with the devil. He made that pact. Mama, please let me back inside. Now, this is the most creepy lyric out of the whole song. Who thinks like this? Now, his mum wasn't dead when this song came out. She was in better shape than he was. Can you imagine her hearing this? And saying, good Lord, what's going on? But probably couldn't ask him because, well, she couldn't. He was dead by the time it came out. It's like when you see the unveiling of his statue in Montreux. Get a look at the horror on his mum and dad's faces. They're wide alarmed and disturbed by the whole thing, but again, they've got no choice. Now, it gives me vibes like this, Freddie, that he was into his mum. The Oedipus complex, he wanted to bang her. I'm pretty sure. And again, the double meanings. He wanted to do it. He wanted to get all up in his mum's guts. I don't want to make no waves, but you can give me all the love that I crave. I can't take it if you see me cry. I long for peace before I die. All I want is to know that you're there. You're going to give me all your sweet mother love. Aha. Mother love, mother, it's creepy. And again, I mean, even if it was a normal guy singing this, and he wasn't the weirdo that we all know he was. If you had a friend who wrote a song like this, you'd be like, you dirty pervert. Like, what's wrong with you? And, you know, your girlfriend, your wife, your partner, whoever it is, she's not your mom. Right, then he basically dies before he can finish the song. So then Brian May, he pops up. My body's aching, but I can't sleep. My dreams are all the company I keep. Got such a feeling as the sun goes down. He'll have a boner. I'm coming home to me sweet mother, love. It's weird. The whole thing's disturbing. And then it does this thing where it starts playing all bits of Queen songs and Freddie Mercury going, ew, ew. And it's going backwards and it keeps going backwards. I think I'm going back. And it's like someone tracking through a CD. And you're hearing little snippets of things. And then it's supposed to be a baby that you hear crying, and it's like he's been reborn, but it sounds like a goat, a kid. Now, there's another famous Queen interview, 1985, just before they did Live Aid, and Freddie Mercury says, oh, we're not all exactly well-behaved kids, are we? It's like, no, you're not. You're a middle-aged man. And it's time you grew up. And it's time you stop putting this filth out in the world and gaslighting your fans, most of all. Gluttons for punishment. I've said it before, Queen are the sickest band on the planet. Worse than anything like Marilyn Manson or Black Sabbath. Totally in league with the devil. Totally disturbing, totally fixated on power and gaslighting and corruption and I'll get you. I'm going to get you. That's what it's all about. And this elitist thing, we are the champions. We've got no time for losers. It's like in the big scheme of things, you're the biggest losers going. Now, that's the end of that song, but the whole album, Made in Heaven. Heaven for everyone. It's like, oh no, it doesn't work like that, and you know it doesn't. And then at the end it finishes with this 20-minute bloody guff. Like this ambient piece. It's really annoying and stretched out and strange. Quirky and oddball and like, what is this? And then it ends with Freddie Mercury saying fab. Which is Bath backwards, Baphomet. Yeah, they're totally in league with Satan. He was their master. Beelzebub has a devil put aside for him. You know, there's a famous video of Freddie Mercury saying, do you like me jewellery? It's a gift from the devil himself. And they don't believe me. And it's like, I do.